The female wolf king stood before the entire pack and banished her daughter, once her most capable assistant, from the territory forever. Sadie had no idea what was happening. However, the king's will was the will of the entire pack. Her family, who had been so close to her just moments before, now began to attack her, because their loyalty had always belonged to the king, Ta. But Ta was no cold-hearted tyrant. During the 12 years she had served as king female, the entire pack had thrived. Yet just a few months ago, Ta had given birth to 3 more pups. As both a leader and a full-time mother, she needed help. So her eldest daughter, Sadie, became the full-time caretaker for the 3 little ones. But as the pups continued to grow, Ta faced a new dilemma. Her territory could only support a certain number of wolves, and the current 12 members were undoubtedly straining their survival resources. Originally, her eldest daughter, Sadie, was meant to take over and lead the pack after her death. But in Ta's mind, Sadie was now old enough to leave the pack and establish her own. This was her confidence in her daughter, and also the reason she drove Sadie away. Sadie wandered the grasslands for days, continuously rejected by the pack. She had no choice but to hunt alone. Fortunately, she was quite skilled at hunting, skills she had learned from Ta. From high ground, Ta watched Sadie's lonely figure in the distance. She understood that when maternal love conflicts with a leader's duty, sometimes the deepest love means pushing away with a hardened heart. Before long, Sadie crossed the territorial boundary. Leaving home for the first time, she felt both excited and anxious. But few lone female wolves survive. She needed to find her mate as soon as possible. At that moment, a strange male wolf spotted Sadie. She had never seen a male wolf outside her family before, and was extremely cautious. They approached each other. Sadie made the first friendly gesture, lying down on the ground. But she quickly realized her mistake. This male wasn't here to mate. He was here to defend his pack's territory. Her first social encounter left Sadie hurt both psychologically and physically. Exhausted, she would sleep alone again tonight. Meanwhile, with Sadie's departure, the food pressure on Ta's pack had eased considerably. But at that moment, a familiar figure was slowly approaching the territory. Devastated by her ordeal, Sadie felt she couldn't make it on her own. She longed to return to the pack, to return to her mother's side. She approached cautiously, but her family didn't welcome her. They even bared their fangs at her. At least the pack didn't harm Sadie. Sadie was determined to get close to her mother, so she took a different route. Sadie finally reached Ta. She lowered herself submissively, but Ta knew she couldn't welcome or comfort her daughter. Sadie had what it took to become a leader of her own pack. She had to leave, and this time, she couldn't come back. Time passed quickly. Nearly a year had gone by since Ta gave birth to the pups, and Sadie had never returned. The young wolves were now as large as their mother. As they played and roughhoused, a familiar figure watched from a distance. Sadie hadn't let Ta down. She now had her own territory, had found a mate who loved her, and was about to establish her own pack, carrying on Ta's legacy.